Hello there, my name is Nate Jackson, the Eclipser. Welcome you to the second and final part in our review of Eclipse Series number 7, Larisa Shepitko's The Ascent, or Volskozdyenie. I tried. I tried so hard to try and pronounce this properly because I feel like it deserved it. Volskozdyenie. Something like that. 1977, 109 minutes, black and white monoroll in Russian with optional English subtitles, 1.33 to 1 aspect ratio. What a powerful little movie, and sadly, what her last film created, while she was still alive, while Shepitko was still alive. Another wartime kind of a film concerned with wartime, although this one is set in the middle of the war. Unlike Wings, where the war just kind of plays into the movie, but it's not in the war. Basically, this movie is about these Russian soldiers in World War II, and these two soldiers, Sotnikov and Rybak, are separated from their troop, and they come across this headman, the head of this village, and they take a farm animal from him, and they end up getting caught by German soldiers, and so does the headman and his wife, and this Jewish girl who apparently was hiding out from the Germans, and I guess Sotnikov ends up getting shot in the leg, which is when they try to hide out in someone's house, and that's when they end up getting caught by the Germans. Sotnikov's his motives are to stay true to his troop, and in doing so, he gets tortured by Portnov, who's like the head of the interrogation, and he gets branded with this star on his chest. Rybak, on the other hand, ends up, basically snitching, telling him everything he wants to know, so that he eventually will get a chance to escape. So they all end up getting captured and put in this cell, and the next day, they're all sent to execution. However, Rybak somehow convinces Portnov to spare him, and in return, he'll join their police. And Portnov agrees to this, and everyone else gets executed. And Rybak at first is, still trying to figure out how to get out. However, when he sees how the villagers look upon him in disgust, he realizes that he made a mistake, and so he goes into the bathroom to hang himself with his belt, and it doesn't work out. The soldiers end up calling him in and telling him that the commanders want to speak to him, and he leaves. And as he opens the door to the outhouse, the bathroom outside, he sees the gate open, and he just starts laughing and crying, and that's how the movie ends. And so, very, very heavy movie, very, very dark. I think it's definitely got, in my opinion, one of the creepiest sequences I've ever seen in a movie. When Sotnikov is branded with the star on his chest, he passes out, and Portnov ends up throwing water on his face, and at first he doesn't wake up, and then he slowly opens his eyes and just stares dead at Portnov, and it's hard to describe, but it's just that stare, it's almost as if he was dead. He just, his eyes just fell open, his eyelids just fell open, even though he's sitting with his head upwards. So, if eyelids did roll open, then that's some kind of mystic stuff, But yeah, this is a very, very powerful movie. And I don't really have anything else to say. I really wish that they could have gotten, might as well, as few movies as Shepitko made in her lifetime. You would think that Eclipse would put them all in the in this series, but no, it's simply her first movie and consequently her last created while she was alive. She was working on she was working on a movie called the Farewell. Oddly enough, when she died in her car crash, and and I guess her husband ended up finishing it, but it didn't do very well because it just wasn't the same or something like that. And so here we have two movies by a Russian director that made a fantastic impact to Russian cinema without making a plethora of movies to choose from. In other words, what you got will get, what you have will get you, if that makes any sense. So yes, but The Ascent, just as good as Wings, if not better, A. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the look at this little known, or I guess more well known or very minimal output of a fantastic female Russian director. And I'll be back in a few weeks or sometime later for the next series. I don't remember what it is. I believe it might be another Ozu. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly when we'll get to that one. But let me look it up real quick. I know that it's coming out. I know we're coming up to it. I don't even know how much further we have. I know Criterion 8's got a couple of movies like The Small Back Room and 24 Eyes, and a couple of those coming out. And let's see what the next one is. The next one is Aki Kaurismäki's Proletariat Trilogy, containing Ariel, The Match Factory Girl, and Shadows in Paradise. And we'll get to that one, I'm assuming, in a few weeks. I haven't looked at my schedule yet, but you'll see me eventually. So, anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all soon for Karu's